Hello everyone, how's it going, and welcome to today's Wild Rift video. Sorry I haven't uploaded in pretty much a week now. I've been really busy over the past week. We've had the Rising Cup co-streams that I've been doing pretty much every single day. XL content as well. There's been a bunch of stuff happening in the world of Wild Rift, but we're back to take a look at some of the builds over the next few days of what we've been seeing in Wild Rift and how kind of the meta has evolved. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Lucian and kind of a new build that the Chinese players have been playing, also LATAM as well at the same time. Now, with this build, I don't really enjoy the build personally. I feel like it definitely lacks on the damage side, but it can work against a lot of bruisers and if you're against a lot of tanks. You have Blade Rune King as your first item. Blade Rune King does have a bit of attack damage, does have a lot of attack speed as well. The reason why this is so good against tanks is you deal bonus physical damage equal to 6% of the enemy's current health on hit, which is really good against champions that build a lot of health, build a lot of, tankiness at the same time as well, which is really nice. And you also have the drain effect as well with this Lucian build. You're also, able to, with 3 separate attacks or abilities, you're able to steal 25% of their movement speed, so you can kite around a lot more as well. This allows you to either peel back or go forward as well to try and chase down enemies. So it can work. It was a good item before Solari Charge Blade was a thing. But obviously there is a reason why, the Chinese and Latin players are still building this item on him. Then you have Black Cleaver as a second item. Now I will say that Blade Rune King and Black Cleaver are both really good items. You see this a lot on top lane champions like Renekton, like even Riven as well is another champion, Darius as well. Probably not so much Blade Rune King, but it can work at the same time as well. Just because they both items just work hand in hand really well. With Black Cleaver, you have the health, you have the extra attack damage now since the buffs as well, and you also have the extra ability haste as well. Sunderer passive as well, dealing physical damage to champions, reduces their armor by 5% for 6 seconds, stacking 5 times for a 25% reduction. So again, helping you against some tanks, against some champions that build a lot of armor. There's a lot of GAs on the other side, Thornmail, Randuins, anything that you can think of that has armor, it will be good to build Black Cleaver. Then for boots, you have Lucidity boots. Most of the time in the Horizon Cup, you've seen a lot of stasis effect. Stasis effect is really good. Against them bruisers, again, I like to dive onto Renekton, Darius. I'm going to keep repeating the same thing over and over again because that's kind of been the main priority of the Horizon Cup is this Renekton first pick. Yours, Rivens, Darius, you name it in the top lane, they've got it. And life as an ADC main is not so fun. Then after the two core items plus your boots, you've got Serrader's Grudge. This item is still really good. It applies a slow from the icy passive. You get the armor penetration. You have a lot of attack damage and you have ability haste as well. So this item is still really good whatever build you go. Then you have the Guardian Angel to keep you alive. Kind of at this point of the game, you will pretty much get to your full build. Most of the time, you will not get to your 5th and final item. Most of the time you only have 4 items complete. That's why I don't have an item in the 5th item, because not only most of the time do you not get to the item, but we haven't actually seen a 4 item Lucian build in the Horizon Cup with this kind of build. Probably as a last item, I would most likely think that they would maybe build something like a Death Stance, because they're obviously going for this more, I would say, tanky sort of Lucian build where you're going for more, utility and more penetrating, armor and health, I would say. The Death Stance actually works pretty well in this build as well. It's kind of more of like a bruiser sort of Lucian build if you think about it, with Blade Rune King, Black Cleaver, Serrader's Grudge, GA as well. It's kind of more of this bruiser Lucian build, but it's quite interesting. So Death Stance will probably be built as the last item if we do see it. We'll have to see over the next few days for the Horizon Cup. But yeah, I'm not really too sure what the last item would be, but I thought I'd show you what I would probably pick as the last item. For the runes, Conqueror, still the go-to rune on Lucian. This hasn't changed at all. Still the go-to rune on most champions, to be honest. Let me just quickly cancel that and turn my notifications off so I don't get caught out again. But yeah, Conqueror still the best rune at the moment. It's still really powerful, really strong. Hunter Vampirism as well. Seems like most of the time I would say that they were building Hunter Vampirism. Obviously we don't know in the Horizon Cup what runes people have been going, like rune 2, 3 and 4. We know their main rune, their core rune. We know what runes they've been going the whole time, which is obviously Conqueror. We have been seeing a lot of bone plating And the reason why I know this is because you see the little visual effect on bone plating. And I think there was like multiple games where I saw AD carries, both of them having bone plating visual effects on them. So obviously bone plating is quite a popular pick down in the bot lane. Now, the main benefit of bone plating is again blocking, as it says there, the combo damage, blocking damage from champions like Renekton, Darius, Riven. Again, I'm going to rename them again, but it does help you a lot against them. Now, the only problem is that it does have a really, really long cooldown. So you have to make sure you play around that cooldown and make sure you understand that when this cooldown is down, you'll kind of be as squishy, or you'll be quite squishy compared to if you do have it up. There's a little icon at the bottom of your screen which will show you it will show you how long you have left until bone plating is back up. So that's really important to keep an eye on that. And the last one is Sweet Tooth. I would be very surprised if champions if Horizon Cup people were not players is not running Sweet Tooth. I still think Sweet Tooth is the go-to third rune or fourth rune if you want to call it that. Again, increases honey fruit healing, gives you gold as well. Just a really, really good rune. Now, the one other thing I wanted to mention in this video, and I'll probably mention this every single video as well if you watch the other guides that I'll be doing as well. We have been seeing a lot, and I mean a lot, of heal bot lane supports now. I mean AD carries now. Because the supports are now going Ignite, they're now going Exhaust. They're seeing now the benefits of Exhaust, which again, against these bruisers, Renekton, Riven, Diana as well, you know, Exhaust is really, really powerful. Renekton uses ultimate. You know straight away when Renekton uses ultimate, he's going to dash in. Riven, when she's going to use his ultimate, she's going to dash in. Diana, when she jumps in, she's going to use his ultimate. You know, you can kind of predict when these champions are going to engage. So Exhaust on support champions is really, really strong at the moment. Ignite as well with these more heavy engaged supports like Alistar we've been seeing quite a lot. Rakan we've been seeing quite a lot as well. You know, champions that want to be heavy engaged, go in, be proactive and be the ones that want to engage the team fights. We're seeing quite a lot of Ignites, which is kind of interesting, to be fair. I probably would have expected to see more barrier heal, to be fair, just because the combo is still really, really strong. I feel like Exhaust is okay, you know, against certain matchups. I still think barrier heal is the best if you have like an enchanter support, like Nami, like Janna, like even Lulu as well. But we haven't really been seeing a lot of enchanter supports really in Horizon Cup. The odd few here and there, but mostly we've been seeing Rakan, we've been seeing Thresh, we've been seeing Alistar. We've again seen these more proactive supports because of these team fights and all these crazy, you know, shenanigans that are happening during this tournament. But yeah, it's quite nice to see, to be fair. It's quite nice to see a shift of the meta. Again, a shift of the build as well with the Lucian build as well. As I said, I will be covering more builds, more ADC builds over the next few days. If you saw my streams, you'll be seeing that I've been playing these builds and I'll be showing you guys content on these builds as well. And yeah, as always, hopefully you enjoy the gameplay that I'm about to show you. It's going to be a gameplay of this build. As I said, I don't think it's going to be the most interesting game and the most interesting build, but I thought I'd give it a try because, you know, like I said, there is a reason why these pro players are actually building these items. There will be a reason, so I wanted to give it a try. It did work out pretty well in the end. And yeah, as always, take care, enjoy the gameplay, and I will see you all in the next Wild Rift video. Take care. Peace. No, it was never played. Corky Tank was never played. The only time we saw Corky Tank was oh god, was LATAM finals. I think that's the only time we saw Corky Corky Tank.
Minions have spawned.
Right. Let's do it. Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. I had a Braum no flash. I love it. Braum no flash was so good. It's so good. Right, let's get the show on the road. Let's go, let's go. Alright, so yeah, and this I don't think this Lucian build is gonna do a lot of damage. I'll be totally honest with you, but mainly to do with like CDR, armor penetration. Like, I mean, this build is good against tanks, but I feel like in Wild Rift, there's not really a lot of tanks. There's just more like off tanks. Which is obviously a little bit different to like full tanks. I think this build would be good if there was a lot more, like, let's say, Alistar being played, which I guess there is a bit of Alistar being played, you know, but, you know, more than just Alistar. You know, Malphite as well, champions like that. First blood. Easy clap. It's what we like to see. Okay. That should be dead. I don't have my Q though, because I already used a Q on minions, which kind of sucks. Oh, we nearly hit him. Okay. Not bad trades. Kind of run it down a little bit there as well, but... Okay, we probably need to go back and get the fruit here. That's fine. See, I don't really like to use bone plating. Only reason I don't really like to use bone plating is because of the long cooldown, but I guess if you can utilize it well, then it's not too bad. Oh god, there's an Evelyn. Evelyn just casually in our jungle. Nice, not bad. Part of the Evelyn, good job team. If I can still get this minion. Nice, sir. Bad, not bad. Educational, yeah. I'll do some educational stuff. I'll probably cover a few of the games from Horizon Cup as well. I guess this build is actually pretty cheap as well, compared to the crit build. I just don't really see where your damage actually comes from. That's the only downside that I see to this build. I don't really see where your damage comes from. We'll go back, we'll get our components. Post videos on YouTube? Yeah, I will be. Don't worry, I will be. I haven't posted in the last few days because I've been co-streaming the Horizon Cup. So I've been kind of busy with Horizon Cup every day, and I've also done a few videos for XL as well. So I haven't really had time recently for YouTube. But I will be posting a video tomorrow, so all is good. Videos will be back up and running again. Okay. Not a bad start at the moment. Sana's kind of pushing up a bit here. Maybe we can catch him out. Orky package. Oh, it's just okay. Dragon's up and available, so we're probably going to look to go towards that now. Yasuo's here as well. That's a really good package, actually. Really, really good package across the team. Wasn't able to get him, unfortunately. Okay, Evelyn's here now. Got the Corki. Oh, they're so low. Okay. No way. Wait, is he... He kills me. No! He just caught his tornado on me. That was so unlucky. Should be dead now anyway. Yeah, nice. That was really unlucky. I just got caught on the edge of the tornado there. That's really unfortunate. We'll go for the CDR boots as well with this build. Not 100% too sure what boots they went in Horizon Cup, but I think CDR boots they most likely went. They went for like full CDR. But I play as an ADCs are kind of useless because you get poked by the enemy ADC anyway. It goes on long cooldown, yeah. I mean, you saw it a lot in Horizon Cup. A lot of times the AD carries were having the... you saw the little visual effects of bone plating. Like, a few of the ADCs actually took it. I don't think they really take it for the laning phase. They normally take it for like team fights. Most of ADCs went Tabu or Mercs. Yeah, I mean, they also went Tabu or Mercs. It's also not too bad. I think it just all depends who you're against. The thing that I've always said about builds in general is you always need to adapt. You always need to adapt to who you're playing against, what champions you're playing against, you know? Always need to adapt. So far, this game's not going too bad. Yeah, we saw this build quite a lot in the Horizon Cup. The only reason I would say that we saw this at Horizon Cup a lot, I don't really agree with this build, is because, one, it's cheap. Two, it does a lot of damage against off tanks. So champions like Darius and Renekton that we saw a lot, Camille, Fiora, champions like that. You also get the extra movement speed as well, which is not too bad. Which can help you, again, against some tanks as well that were so powerful during the Horizon Cup. I mean, throughout the whole tournament, you saw, like, Renekton first pick, Darius's, Fiora's, Riven's. Saw a lot of champions. A lot of these other ones. When adaptive carapace, the only thing with that adaptive carapace is it falls off. It falls off because you're not really getting any scaling sort of health. You're only getting like a burst of health in the early game, which I don't think a lot of the teams at Horizon Cup really focused a lot on the early game. Hey, what's up, Zaid? Hero, how's it going? Trying out a new Lucian build that we saw at the Horizon Cup. See how much damage we do to this. Let's not see how much damage we do to him. That's a yikes, buddy. Okay.
Danger.
Everyone's got a bit crazy on the old tower dive. Nice. This skin's so damn good, yeah. No, so bone plating itself doesn't scale, but the reason, like I said, I think the reason why people build bone plating is because it helps you a lot against like burst damage, which there was a lot of burst damage champions at the Horizon Cup. You know, like I said already, Riven does a lot of burst damage and combos a lot. Renekton as well. Like, imagine if Renekton was to W onto you, then you'd get the reduction damage from bone plating, so the rest of his combo doesn't do as much damage. Same with Riven combo, same with Fiora if she's jumping onto you as well. You know, all these champions that can dive onto you, bone plating does really, really well against them. But I think that's why we saw it quite a lot. And there wasn't really a lot of... I don't know if there was a lot of Hunter Titans or not, but... I guess Hunter Titan is a bit too slow for people in the Horizon Cup.
The enemy team has stolen the Braum.
That's a yikes. What are you doing, Muddy? Okay. This game is a bit of a fiesta. What we love to see. Very, very interesting. Also, you do no damage. Yeah, that's the only thing with this build, is that you really do not do any damage. You really don't do a lot of damage at all. Which is what I said throughout the whole of the Horizon Cup co-stream. Is that it just does not do damage. How about ranks? Would you use bone plating and the Hunter Titan more often? I don't know. I mean, I need to test out bone plating more often, but I mean, there's a reason why there must be a reason why pro players are building Hunter Titan, you know? Some things I don't agree with. Like, for example, this build that I'm going, I don't really agree with it, but I'm willing to give it a try, you know? But things like Hunter Titan, I can understand. I can understand why people are going Hunter Titan. Yeah, I'm really doing no damage. Like, I probably could have two-shot Everton if I was this fed with with the crit build. But with this build, I just don't do any damage. I'm testing it out, Chads, because I saw this build at the Horizon Cup, so I wanted to give it a try. I wanted to give this build a try because we saw it multiple times during the Horizon Cup. Right, we'll go get Rift Herald now. Okay. Nice clean ace. We're able to just keep our distance there, get quite a clean ace. Should be game here. Yeah, I mean, this build does a little bit of damage, but it doesn't do as much as what I think. Dude, you'd go like Guardian Angel. I have no idea what the last item is, by the way, because the games didn't really last that long in the Horizon Cup. Most Lucians went status in the Horizon Cup as well. Surprised we didn't see a lot of Protobelt Lucians. I feel like Protobelt Lucian's actually pretty good. Yeah, Protobelt Lucian actually got... I actually quite like. I actually really like Protobelt Lucian. Because it allows you to get like an extra dash as well, which is quite nice. I really want to try and like 1v1 someone to see how strong I am. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Maybe this is more of like a utility sort of build. I'm not really too keen on it.
The enemy team has slain the dragon.
Oh, this is not good.
Has slain Baron Nashor.
I mean, their Colling definitely does a lot of damage. I couldn't stasis. I was bashing the stasis button there, but I couldn't actually do it. Because I got I got knocked up by the Yasuo into the hook by Thresh. Have you tried Protobelt on Jinx Stew? It's actually cracked when you're ahead. I've never tried it before. Never tried it. Stuart getting carried. What's up, Mariful? How you doing, mate? You Yomas on Jinx if you want to run fast, true. I did get one by comboed. Yeah, I mean, like I said before, this is more of like, I would say this is more of like a tank killer build, because Blade of Rune King you're doing percentage damage with Blade of Rune King, like percentage health damage on here. Blades of the Rune, I mean the Culling. God, I can't even talk. Blade of Rune King, you do percentage health damage. Black Cleaver, obviously you're reducing the enemy's armor as well. You got Grudge, which is doing armor penetration. So I think I agree with what you're saying. Like, it's more of like a tank killer build. No, it's not going to do like crazy burst damage to assassins, but it's a tank killer build. How much this Culling does. Okay. Didn't really do too much. You have quite a lot of life still with this build as well if you do go Hunter Titan. What it said last, I mean, I don't think we ever saw 5 items being built on this Lucian build. I don't really know what they would really go last item, but there you go, chap. There is the Black Cleaver, Bleeder and King Lucian. But like I said, I don't really like the build, but I guess I could kind of understand why they build it in Horizon Cup. But I feel like the best build is still BF Sword, Solari Charge Blade. You're going into that crit sort of build instead of this one. I did do a bit of damage, 27k. I didn't do too bad, but yeah, I want to give this build a try anyway. I'm not really too sure what the last item would be because we never actually saw it in the Horizon Cup, but yeah, there you go. Not too bad in terms of the damage, not too bad in terms of the build, but I want to give it a try to show you all. So yeah, there it is.